Marijuana's bad.
Hey guys, AK here, back in the studio. Some of you thought it might be interesting to see how I take the resampled bits and loops that we made in the previous video and turned it into a real arrangement song. It takes hours to do this, and I don't know how far I'm going to get today, but I thought I might show you my workflow, and hopefully we can come out with a cool track here. Alright, so off camera I have taken all these clips and put them into an arrangement, basically just by launching different scenes. But I haven't listened back, and I haven't actually labeled the different parts of my song, which I like to do with an empty MIDI clip across the top. So we're going to listen pretty much through the whole track, and while we're listening I'm going to sort of make note of where the sections change. This takes a little bit of extra time, but it's totally worth it so that you can grab loops of your sections and work on them as sort of individual parts. Alright, here we go. So I can already see that this is going to be our intro. So I'll label it as such. And I probably want a change to happen right there. So what I'll do is I'll call these both intro. I'll call this the second intro. Probably need to build up a little bit here. Make it a different color. And even though the drums kick in here, I think I'm going to extend the second intro out so we have more room for a build. Alright, now we're going to drop into some leads. This is going to be like our first lead. And this to me is really like a verse. Turn my monitor up. This is still to me a verse. This section might actually need to be longer. Alright. So now that I'm hearing this back, this is really like an A section. This is like a B section. And now we're back to the A, but it's going to be A prime, so it's a little bit different this time around. And then the drums kick in here, so I'm going to make a divider, but to me this is still the same chorus section, and I'm going to guess it extends all the way out here. I'm liking this. This is like the chorus. So we have a lot more of the song to go, but I think this really illustrates the idea quite well. See now I could loop a section in one key, or if I wanted to delete it or double it, I could use these functions. Anyway, that's why I like to do this. So let's work on our intro and loop it. And what elements do we have going on? Alright, we have some chords, we have the slip lead. There's nothing happening with the slip lead. So it looks like the slip lead doesn't even come in until here, so I'm going to just do some cleanup and get rid of these blank clips. I'm not sure why they got created. Alright. So, pretty simple on the drum track, just a kick. And let's actually look to our resampled bits right now to maybe do something interesting, because these chords are cool. And I actually think I'm going to want to put a filter on them so they really don't kick in this hot, because there's a lot of modulation happening here. So it'll be interesting to have them sweep up to the next part. So let's just listen to our resampled bits. Oh, I really like that. Doodle-loo-loo-loo. So I'll save that. Ooh, sounds like the end of the world. Alright, and it looks like I actually had resampled this twice, so let's listen to the other one. This one's a little bit more hectic. I actually like some of that. It might be too hard for an intro. Alright, so I'm just chopping up some clips here, little sections that I like. And this is our resampling track, so we're not actually going to implement them here. What I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to create, we should create a new group for this. So in between my chords and my leads, I'm going to create an audio track. I'm going to put it in a group, and I'm going to call it resampled bits. And this is going to be chords, the resampled bit of the chords. So let's actually get something going that sounds like an intro. So we'll take our chords, freaking Soundflower, and we're going to put a filter on those chords. And we're going to have that filter maybe gently come up. Ooh, that's really nice. I love the Lives filter. Give a little bump to the resonance. Not too much. I think I just want this to sweep up. Not that fast. I actually just want it to come. Maybe put this point here and then just raise this point so it comes up a little bit and then comes up a lot and then does this cool S thing right in the middle. And I like how it comes down at the end. One cool thing you can do if you really, like, we just wanted this filter here, we didn't want it for the next section, I could turn it off, turn on my pencil tool, and then just draw up. And now it's just on for this section. Cool. So let's get some complementary parts from these resampled bits. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab the parts that I like, and copy them onto this track. And sort of feel where it might work. And I'm actually going to bring the drums back so we have a beat. I like that. Just one of them though. Any more is way too many. It's a nice bubble noise. Maybe actually we'll move this to the end. Oh, I like that, the little glitch there. Maybe I'll pitch this one up. If you unwarp clips before you pitch them, you get a much cleaner repitch, but it does change the length. And one thing I like to do, actually, I noticed I don't have a return track on here, so I'm going to insert a return track because we definitely need a reverb. And you could use the Ableton stock reverb. I have this reasonable reverb preset that I made that I like, and it's nothing really fancy. It has a utility afterwards because I find the reverbs are quiet in Ableton. And maybe turn chorus on. I guess I definitely want this to be a low cut reverb, and what I like to do with these high pitch things is just send it to a reverb, just that pitch thing. Isn't that cool? creates like a nice little texture. Anyway, let's listen from the beginning. Alright, so I definitely like where this is going, and we're going to repeat that little pitch bit maybe. I like that. Yeah, I think we could just probably get away with repeating that. This thing, I like it, but it doesn't fit there. I think maybe it'll fit probably the next scene. So let's get rid of this. We'll move this just out so it doesn't bother us. And one of the problems I have all the time is like I've repeated this phrase here, and then I have this sort of pitched reverb phrase here. And when you don't keep this thing going, the music just feels like it's all over the place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bit here, I'm going to repeat it in a new track in the same group, except let's do something interesting, like put a chorus, or maybe like a flanger. But, freaking Soundflower. So it raised the volume. Maybe we'll bring the dry wet down, but I like where that's going, and maybe I will. Yeah, push the highs on this guy. Like, whoa. And it's like I almost want something to happen with like some kind of very light drum or something. So I'm going to go further down. Actually, maybe we'll even look, did I resample the drums? I'm just going to take some of these resampled drum bits and maybe even add them to the intro. So I'll create a new track in my drums group. I'll call it Resampled. That's cool, but it's too melodic. And now that I'm doing kind of a rhythmic thing, I really don't like having melodic tones in the drum bus, but we'll... That's kind of cool. Doesn't work with our phrasing though. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. I guess the only question is, do we need it go in the hole? Do we need it go in here too to give continuity to this intro? And then what can we do to have this change over time? Maybe just have it once here. I think these have to be down 3 semitones. Maybe the reverb will help this. I like it. I think we're sticking with it. So now that I have a melodic thing going on in my drums, I got to do some way to highlight that, and I'm going to say melodic. Because later when this track gets complex, it's going to be impossible to understand where that melody's coming from. Okay, I'm happy with the intro. So now we got the second intro that's a bit longer. Let's loop it. The filter is off the chords. Maybe we'll use this thing here. This whoop. So one thing that I think might be cool, because the random perk stuff comes in. Looks like I did. Alright, so here's a good example of a clip that I've done some volume modulation on to give it sort of like a stuttered effect. But that doesn't get written into the clip view, so what I'm looking at is extremely confusing because it doesn't actually represent what's being played. Anyway, I'm just going to render it. And now, okay, that looks a lot more manageable. Coffee break. Alright. So, what we're going to have to do here is create some rhythmic transition between this little drum intro and what we're getting to, random perk. And the beauty of doing your songs in 4-bar and 8-bar loops is I can probably just do this and it's going to be okay. Then the question is, do I want to extend these little loop bits of the intro? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Do I want to do anything with the filter? I'm going to cut a clip here just so this chill section is within my scene. Well, it looks like I have more resampled bits that I could possibly pull from for chords. And one thing that's cool is it looks like these resampled drums that I used up here came from this, so it's kind of a cool way of referencing it. Let's listen to some more of my chordy bits. That's cool too. Again, just looking for cool parts. Do yourself a favor and always duplicate. Nah, don't like anything else there. Maybe here. That's kind of cool. Alright, cool. So, let's create a little action out of our chord line and the very few resampled bits we have here. Yeah, I'm not going to listen to the drums while this happens. Gotta turn that on. And it's totally cool to do things like, I don't know, take the volume of this guy down when this cuts in. Alright, so this is low pass. Cut lows. I like it with the cut lows. Maybe if we pitch it down. Maybe do something similar to what we did in the intro. This. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And then do the same thing here, except less. Oh, that's cool. And I think I just want to duplicate that. All right. So this could be it. I think we may have to deal with some conflict, maybe conflicting frequencies between these two, or at least conflicting elements in time. Let's see. I like that little hit, but maybe turn on triplets and put it somewhere else. That's cool. Maybe this time we'll actually cut the chords. And if you can kind of feel the beat without the drums, it'll probably sound good with the drums. You can't see, but I'm tapping my foot. That part's a little weird. I think this is causing us problems, so maybe we'll try just doing like something. That's kind of cool. All right, let's hear it with the drums from the beginning. This note is off. Oh, maybe we'll do a textured, glitchy thing. Just a little. Maybe with some. Oops. Maybe, oop, there we go. That's better. I think that's probably a little, get out of here, browser. That's probably a little bit too loud. Get those highs pushing up. Bring it down more, maybe like 1.5, and then. Alright, our drums are quiet. Bring them up. Alright, let's listen from the beginning because I get the sense that this part's cool, but it needs maybe something underlying, like maybe more percussion elements actually will help dial this in. Anyway. Alright, so what I'm hearing already is like we just lose our energy. So I think maybe using this line and extending it more. Alright, so I just don't like this hit. I love glitching things. Freaking Soundflower doesn't like glitchy things. Let's see what happens when we... There we go. Maybe it doesn't belong there, though. And somewhere in the middle here, too. Oops. Maybe 8/16ths of the problem. Maybe there. Oops. I think I want the reverb to be even bigger and happen here too. Don't like this one. What's going on here? Maybe if this did the... That's cool. With the flanger. Fucking cool, but let's get some more percussion in there to drive it. Oop, that's parts. Alright, so these loops are like super glitchy hits. We're definitely not going to use all of them. Let's maybe even... Can I tell the difference? These are pretty funny. I'm not talking a lot because I'm just listening here, and it's like this is already sort of sporadic, but I want it to be honed in by these little punchy parts. So, whatever the heck that means to you. Reverse this. Oops. Solo. That's cool. I think I want this more. Maybe instead of this one. Might even be time to do something a little bit different with the kick too. Alright, looks like I'm using some triplets here. I think I just want to do that twice. Is that too weird? No, I like it. But I'm gonna need some elements from a drum kit. Maybe like hats or something. Maybe I'll find a hat loop or something. Hat loop. And, you know, some people maybe have a problem using loops. I don't, because I just chop them up to all ends. That's cool. I actually really like that. It's 142, and we're pretty close, so. Damn it, keep soloing the kick. So I don't like it on every hit, but yeah, it should just follow the kick. And it's like that's it. We're done. We have a hat loop that works. This should be tripleted. With reverb. Maybe just... I don't even like it anymore. Let's EQ these hats a little bit. Okay. They look pretty. Alright, let's listen to the whole track. Let's save, because I haven't saved in God knows how long. 35 minutes. Oy. And you know what I'm going to do? I know the leads is coming up. I'm definitely going to take these leads and have them happen in the second half of the intro. So like starting with these drums. So I'm going to create a new track called Leads, and then this will be a bit more consistent. Yeah, so naturally, not all of these work. But we have a whole bunch of different takes, so maybe I'll just listen to this. These are cool, but I like this, and I like the beginning part. So we'll just do this, and then we're just going to cut this up in context. Reverse that. Put it here. It doesn't go in triplets. Maybe here. No crunchy. That's cool. So it needs to do and then stay. So oops. So at the end here, the drums probably should go quiet, and an easy way to do that without losing your stuff is just to highlight the stuff and then press 0. And then maybe I'll even have this guy come down. It's kind of a cool transition. We might need a riser or something to make it a bit more firm dip. But yeah, that's a good place to stop. So we have an intro, sort of a second intro, and an A section starting here. Let's give it one more listen, and then I will sign off for the day. Alright, so I had just one idea, is this silly hit. Maybe that's our little sweeper at the very end here. Just to transition to the next section. I need more of a grid. Not triplets, not triplets. Maybe here. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And actually, maybe we need both. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It still doesn't have all the energy I want it to have, but it's cooler than what we had before. Alright, so I hope you guys learned something in watching my workflow here. This is where it really starts to get interesting. And, you know, maybe I'll just keep streaming these videos, working on this track until it's done. Warning, it's going to take a long time. Alright, AKA out.